Today our topic is the role of self-control in Stoicism. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to live a good life by focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. It was founded by thinkers like Zeno of Citium, Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. These philosophers believed that the key to happiness and peace is self-control. Self-control is not just about resisting temptations. It is about understanding our emotions, thoughts, and actions, and making sure they align with reason and virtue. Stoicism teaches that we cannot control external events, but we can control how we respond to them. This is where self-control becomes essential. When we practice self-control, we gain power over our inner world, and this power helps us face life's challenges with calmness and strength. Let's start by talking about why self-control is so important in Stoicism. The Stoics believed that the universe is governed by reason, and that we, as rational beings, should live in harmony with this reason. This means that we should not let our emotions or desires take over our minds. Instead, we should use reason to guide our decisions and actions. Self-control is the tool that allows us to do this. Without self-control, we are like a ship without a captain, drifting wherever the winds take us. With self-control, we can steer our lives in the direction we want, even when the waves are rough. One of the most important ideas in Stoicism is the dichotomy of control. This is the idea that some things are within our control, and some things are not. For example, we cannot control the weather, other people's opinions, or the past. But we can control our own thoughts, actions, and attitudes. The Stoics believed that we should focus all our energy on the things we can control and accept the things we cannot. This is easier said than done, and that's where self-control comes in. Self-control helps us stay focused on what truly matters and avoid wasting time and energy on things that are beyond our power. Let me give you an example. Imagine you are stuck in traffic. You cannot control the traffic, but you can control how you react to it. If you let your frustration take over, you will feel stressed and angry. But if you practice self-control, you can choose to stay calm and use the time to think, listen to music, or simply breathe. This small act of self-control can make a big difference in your day. It shows that even in difficult situations, you have the power to choose how you respond. Another important aspect of self-control in Stoicism is managing our desires. The Stoics believe that many of our problems come from wanting things we do not need or cannot have. For example, we may desire wealth, fame, or approval from others. But these things are not within our control, and chasing them can lead to disappointment and unhappiness. Instead, the Stoics taught us to focus on what is truly valuable, virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. These virtues are within our control, and they bring lasting satisfaction and peace. Self-control helps us let go of unnecessary desires and focus on what really matters. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of self-control in dealing with negative emotions. Emotions like anger, fear, and sadness are natural, but they can cloud our judgment and lead us to make poor decisions. The Stoics did not say we should suppress our emotions, but rather that we should understand them and not let them control us. For example, if someone insults you, it is natural to feel angry, but self-control allows you to pause and think before reacting. You can ask yourself, is this insult really important? Does it change who I am? By using reason and self-control, you can choose not to let the insult affect you. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote a lot about self-control in his book, Meditations. He reminded himself daily that he could not control other people's actions, but he could control his own reactions. He said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realizes this, and you will find strength." This simple yet powerful idea is at the heart of Stoicism. It teaches us that self-control is not about denying ourselves pleasure or living a harsh life. It is about finding freedom and strength by mastering our inner world. Self-control also plays a key role in building resilience. Life is full of challenges, and no one can avoid suffering completely. But the Stoics believed that suffering is not what happens to us, but how we respond to it. When we practice self-control, we develop the ability to endure hardships without losing our peace of mind. For example, if you lose your job, it is natural to feel upset. But self-control allows you to see the situation clearly and take constructive steps instead of falling into despair. You can remind yourself that this is an opportunity to learn, grow, and find new paths. One of the best ways to practice self-control is through mindfulness. Mindfulness means paying attention to the present moment, without judgment. When we are mindful, we become more aware of our thoughts and emotions, and this awareness gives us the power to choose how we respond. For example, if you feel the urge to eat unhealthy food, mindfulness helps you notice the craving without acting on it. You can then decide whether eating the food aligns with your goals and values. This is self-control in action. Another way to practice self-control is by setting small, achievable goals. For example, you can start by committing to wake up at the same time every day or to meditate for 5 minutes each morning. These small acts of self-control build your discipline over time, making it easier to handle bigger challenges. The Stoics believe that self-control is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. It is also important to remember that self-control does not mean perfection. The Stoics understood that we are human, and we will make mistakes. What matters is that we learn from these mistakes and keep striving to improve. Seneca said, "Every day you should make progress. Even if you stumble, keep moving forward." This is a reminder that self-control is a lifelong practice, not a one-time achievement. In conclusion, self-control is at the heart of Stoicism. It is the tool that allows us to live in harmony with reason, manage our desires, and face life's challenges with calmness and strength. By practicing self-control, we gain power over our inner world, and this power helps us live a life of virtue and peace. Remember, the goal is not to control everything around us, but to control ourselves. As Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." So, let us strive to master ourselves, one small step at a time, and find the freedom and happiness that come from within.